for the future for Tyreek Hill. And this helped me, right? Because it looks so bad. So for those of you who are not used to seeing gruesome things, this is a trigger warning. This is the trigger warning. Obviously, I'm not showing the live replay. I'm showing you what the hell I saw first. And I asked, is this Photoshop? So Tyreek Hill left on a cart, but he was smiling and thanking God. So that made me feel better. Because this could be the end of his career. So this is Tyreek Hill. This is his leg. He dislocated his knee. I didn't even know you could dislocate your knee. I didn't know you could dislocate your knee. And the doctor we get ready to listen to is telling you why this could be potentially career ending because of the direction of his foot. Do you see his leg at the knee? It has turned into almost a 180 or a 360. His foot is the opposite direction of what his foot should be pointing in. When I saw this, all my thoughts ran off into different directions. You know how when one black person run, we all run? That's what happened with my thoughts. They all went the same direction, and I didn't even know why. I don't know Tyreek Hill, but I'm human. See, this is human emotion. I actually had to keep talking to myself and say, hang on, just get it together. We're going to get this show together. We're going to finish what we started. I was like, I forgot what the hell it was I was working on. And then I watched it play out in real time. Of course, I'm not going to show that. This right here is the most gruesome thing I have ever seen. And I remember there was a basketball player for the Indiana Pacers, a player, I think something weird like this happened with his leg. And it was the same thing, but I didn't really see that. See, I wasn't expecting to look up and see this, so it took me by surprise. But to see Tyreek Hill get on the cart, to see Tyreek Hill like smiling, thanking God. Some people say he was thanking God because he don't have to play for Miami no more. That's a good way to make fun of it, I guess. And some people was like, thank God, he could have been worse off. Some people thought right at this moment, you see him in this photo, that he was in shock. I'm like, how is he not in pain? So let's listen to what the doctor said that's going on. I want y'all to listen to this because this really helped me too, right? So I'm not showing you this to gross you out. It's all over the internet, so I know I can show it. But I didn't even know the human body could do this. And I pray this is not season or a career ending for Tyreek, because I know how much Tyreek, we all do. We know how much Tyreek loves the game of football. And I don't know what you think about Tyreek as a person, but this is not about Tyreek as a person. This is about a human being that loves the sport of football, that this is his livelihood. And this gruesome thing happens to him. All right. So let's put Doc up here so he could tell us what the hell we looking at. Lord have mercy. Whew. So yeah, I was apologizing for my tardiness when I started talking. Whew. My head still is swollen. I'm telling y'all, it's crazy. I'm over here to y'all left. I'm over here to your left. All right, Doc. This is Doc. I might be Sitterer, but I followed him. He's real good. He got on here quick. People praising him for getting on here so fast. All right, here we go.
Understand why this injury is potentially so severe if it is in fact a true dislocation, which I think is, again, what it looks like. We have to understand that there's more around the knee than just the ligaments. What's important with any joint dislocation is disruption of blood vessels and the injuries to nerves. Here we're looking at the backside of a left knee, and we're going to hide some of these muscles. And what we're going to see is a really important set of structures, neurovascular structures in the back of the knee, the popliteal artery and the popliteal vein.
All right, y'all hear what he's saying? He's showing us the back of the knee. And what he's saying is it's critical. Yes, he dislocated his knee, but the artery, which brings blood to that area, is what is likely disrupted. That could be career ending. Take a listen. And why it's so important that Tyreek hurry up and get to the hospital.
Let's get rid of some more of these little bursa that we don't need to see for the sake of this and hide some more of these muscles. So this blood vessel that we're looking at here on the back side of the knee is the popliteal artery. This is going to go all the way up from deep up in the pelvis, coming off the aorta, down along the back side of the knee, and then travel all the way on down to the lower leg to supply blood to the majority of the lower leg and the foot and ankle. You can see, though, how close that popliteal artery and popliteal vein sit to the tibia, to the knee. Whenever you have a knee dislocation, there is a high risk that you can tear or damage these neurovascular structures. There's also going to be a nerve that runs along the backside here. Also on the lateral side of the knee, there's going to be the popliteal nerve. If any of you watch, the common peroneal nerve. If any of you watch mixed martial arts, you'll hear about calf kicks, these low calf kicks. That's when the peroneal nerve, the common peroneal nerve, wraps around the outside of the leg and goes down. And so those two nerves are key for what can be injured and damaged when you have a knee dislocation.
So see, it's not just about the knee, the joint, the bones above, the bones below, fibula, tibula. It's not just about that. It's about the artery, which is blood supply. And I'm glad I watched this because it looks gruesome, but it's also pretty bad. So I'm glad that Tyreek Hill was in good spirits when he was carted off and he was thanking God. So I pray for God to give him full 100% recovery of his career, because I think it will be a miracle at this point.
Remember, with any sort of joint dislocation with resultant blood vessel injury, time is absolutely critical. Here in a situation like this, they're going to get him to the hospital quick enough that you don't have to worry about that time cutoff and criteria. Typically, though, within like 3 to 6 hours, you want to get to a hospital because time is muscle, time is tissue, to get that joint reduced so that you can hopefully restore proper blood flow to the rest of the leg. And if there is an injury or trauma to these blood vessels, to the nerves on the backside, the sooner you can intervene and try to correct that, the better.
All right. So that's basically it, right? I just wanted you to see that this is not just about the knee part. This is not just about the joints, the ACLs and all of this. This is about the blood supply, life supply, right? So I felt better after watching Doc. Shout out to Doc Sutterer, Brian Sutterer, I think is his name. He put it up like that, had a great analysis and breakdown. It actually probably comforted a lot of people and informed us. One thing I like this channel to be is, we have fun around here and we do analysis, but we also like to inform people. Because as you know, in the social media age, the damn video is just going viral and people looking at the gruesomeness of it. I wanted to understand what has really transpired. And like Doc said, it's not just about the joints, the ligaments. It's about the artery. So I pray Tyreek Hill 100% recovers from this and can return to his career, because I don't know how he will feel right now if a doctor tells him in the next 24 to 48 hours that you can't play football no more. And this happens, right? This happens. This happened to a player coming into the draft. And this happened to the quarterback for Florida State. I don't know if y'all remember him, but he was the quarterback when Florida State got cheated out of the last 14 playoff. And they said it's because they kicked Florida State out and let Alabama in because the quarterback broke his leg. Well, just earlier this year, it was announced that quarterback, DJ maybe, had to retire from football because he could never recover 100% from that injury. So see, this is not just life-threatening. This is life-altering. It could be. So Doc said the way his foot was pointing kind of signals that the prognosis is worse than people actually believe. So again, that's what had me in shambles. But I managed to get it together because I kept saying, get it together, get it together, get it together.